what is going on, Simple Squad? Welcome back to a brand new video, and it's been a while. I think it's been around a month since I last uploaded. It's not far off that, and I do apologise, okay? A few things have gone in the way. Holidays, moving, setup not quite going to plan. But now I should hopefully be able to get back onto that grind. However, it may be a little bit different to how you guys remember it. So obviously I was basically built my fan base, and most of you guys came here for the weekly Boruto reviews. Now, I still like Boruto, however, I'm not going to lie, part of the reason I drifted off a little bit was that I didn't have the motivation to cover the Boruto anime as much anymore. Keyword there being as much. I'm still going to talk about the Boruto anime, but the whole weekly review thing, I'm not so sure about it right now, because if I'm being 100% honest, the Boruto anime recently, since I'd say about the last episode of the Jugo arc, it's not sat well with me, okay? I've been a little bit disappointed. I've been extremely bored, and that's the main problem with the Boruto anime right now. I just don't have the motivation because nothing's interested me. I've got a few things I want to talk about, and it actually all starts from the end of the Jugo arc. So let's jump into that one. So, all in all, the Jugo arc I thought was actually pretty good. I thought it was great, it was the perfect length, it had the right sort of pacing after the tragedy that affected the Mitsuki arc with the terrible pacing there. They rectified that with the Jugo arc. However, the ending to it, in my opinion, I wasn't a fan of it, okay? The fight, for stars, I thought was an absolute joke. I don't get how Jugo got beaten so easily like that. How Boruto is that was kind of like the start of my problems with it. I thought the final fight was extremely lackluster. But the main thing I didn't like and didn't really understand, and I might be completely wrong with this. I'm gonna have to pass this on to you guys. Let me know if I'm just being an idiot with this one. But it was all about Sumire joining, like going into the scientific ninja tech department, and she said, "Oh, the scientific ninja tech department contacted me a while back, asking if I would like to be a part with them because they're going to start again with the program and rework it to make it better for everyone this time around out of the tragedy that happened in the tuning exams." When did that ever happen? Where was that conversation with Sumire? And it would have been a good place for them to introduce that other person who she actually works with in the manga, the cell research lady, whatever it is, whoever it is. It would have been a good way to introduce her. She could have come into the anime and be like, "Hello, Sumire, blah blah blah. My name is whatever her name is. I can't remember. I'm a little bit of a waifu. Why don't you come to the scientific department with me and we can just tear shit up?" But no, nothing about it. The whole Sumire being interested in scientific ninja tech wasn't expanded on at all prior to this, and now she's had an arc which was surrounded with scientific ninja technology, and then Nue just so happens to go out of control, and she thinks the only answer to that is scientific ninja tech. She says, "Nue's outgrown me in strength, I can't control him." Just train! You have a sensei. Where did you get the answer? Scientific ninja tech. That will do it. So that rubbed me the wrong way. I thought that was extremely forced. I feel like they only did that just so that could be a slither of manga content, because everyone loves it. Everyone's like, yes, Sumire, we're that much closer to manga content. And honestly, that's the only reason I think, maybe this is just me putting my opinion onto other people, okay? You're allowed to like it, I don't mind, but in my opinion, that's just paper over the cracks. It was actually pretty dumb, in my opinion. But because it's just that slight little bit of manga content, kind of, people brush it off as, yes, this is greatness. It wasn't. It wasn't greatness, in my opinion. Talking of things which I felt were a bit forced as well. Now, I feel like I'm going to get a bit of hate for this. And that is Sarada and Karin's relationship. It feels really forced at the minute, and I understand they've had a bit of, dialogue here and there whenever they've been together, saying how Karin delivered Sarada as a baby, she gave her glasses. the relationship, other than that, like, we're told that and we're just instantly meant to know all of their backstory together and their relationship. Sarada didn't even know who the damn woman was until not too long ago. And yet they're like best friends. They're like, oh yeah, hey sisters, yeah, girl power. It's really forced in my opinion, and I'm not saying it shouldn't be there. It's just they need to expand on it. Even give us like a damn arc around it or something. Make a novel on it, something. It rubs me the wrong way as well. I feel as though they've put these two together, and in the head of the writers, it makes sense. And yeah, they've got this really strong relationship. But as a viewer, I'm like, okay, I know they have a strong relationship because you've told me, but I can't put the pieces of the puzzle together by myself because there's no real evidence of that. And then the big main thing that I wasn't really a fan of, and I haven't been a fan of recently, is ever since the Jugo arc ended, the episodes have been really, really boring. The Mitsuki Cat one, I was optimistic because I read the summaries. I saw we had a Mitsuki episode with a cat, and then I saw there was going to be another Mitsuki episode following, and I just presumed, okay, they might be linked together some way, and we'll get another Mitsuki arc. Not needed at all. Give Sarada another arc with Karen, something like that. But no, I thought, okay, they might be joined together. We might be getting a Mitsuki arc coming. Completely wrong. The Mitsuki Cat episode was just, oh god, I had to watch it over the span of 2 days because I watched half of it and I thought, you know what, my Xbox, it looks quite appetizing right now. I'm going to go play that instead. And then I came back the next day or later that night, something like that, and I watched it and I thought, ah, cool, yeah, that was boring. And then the other one, there was stuff there to poke at and, you know, theorise slightly about, but still, at the end of the day, it was a bit I wasn't too fussed about it. And now we're in this Mirai novel arc, and usually when it's a novel, I'm a bit excited, but Mirai's the main character, and I don't have anything against Mirai. I quite like her. I think the whole Saratobi thing's interesting. She's a bit older than the other generation, so I'm interested to see what they do with the character. But going off the first episode, that first episode was turgid. It was incredibly boring. I could almost fall asleep probably during that opening episode of the arc. And from what I've heard from other people who have read the novel and stuff, it's very, very slice of life heavy with a little bit of a fight, if you could call it that, towards the end of it. And so the Mirai arc, if I'm 100% honest, I'm not overly excited for that. And I don't know whether I'm going to be watching it weekly or maybe I'll just let it build up. We'll see how it goes. I might talk about the arc again at the end of it once it's done, but it's just, it really... Scroll back to over a year ago since we had the Momoshiki arc. Okay, let's scroll back to over a year ago. Okay, so at the minute I'm on the Crunchyroll app and I'm just looking. So episode 66 was the end of the Momoshiki Chunin exam attack arc, whatever you want to call it, and it was fantastic. It left us on the perfect cliffhanger. We saw Urashiki with the evil laugh and so much mystery, which everyone was theorizing about. It was absolutely incredible. Nothing ever since. If I scroll through, we had the Chocho arc. God damn, shoot me, that was horrific. We had one little Metal Lee arc, which, hey, it was cool to see Lee and Guy again and all that, but at the end of the day, that was a bit I didn't really care much about that. And then we had the start of the Mitsuki arc at episode 71. Overall, I've been defensive about the Mitsuki arc. I did enjoy it. I thought it had some good action, some good storytelling. I thought Sekie was a great character. I did think it was harmed slightly with some terrible pacing and some episodes chucked in there, like the snake cave stuff and the planes with that other guy who wants to be the Tsuchikage or whatever. I thought all that was incredibly boring and kind of felt a bit out of place just to drag on the arc so that the manga would get even further ahead. You know, I had problems with that. That went on from episode 71 till, I think, episode 91. So that's 20 episodes. And then we had Parent and Child Day. That was cute. You know, we had that little arc. And then we've had, just since then, basically just the Jugo arc and the odd couple of episodes. So all of that time spent, that's over a year of content. And a lot of it has been a bit boring. I say a bit boring. A lot of it's been very boring. The only thing out of a year we can take away that has progressed the plot in any form of way is Mitsuki has started to become a little bit more human, kind of, if you want to call that. We've dived a bit more into his character. Inoki died. We found out why Samir wanted to go into scientific research, no matter how bad of a reason it actually was. And then maybe a few other things, something like that. But that's it. A year's worth of content to do just that. That's my problem right now. The Boruto anime, listen, I like Boruto. The manga absolute flames. I love the manga to pieces. But the anime is just so slow. There's zero plot progression. Before the Momoshiki arc, it wasn't too bad. There was plot progression because they had a point they could build up to. But now that they've gotten past, they've broken the seal. They've broken the manga seal. They're in manga territory right now, so they're extremely limited to what they can do. The only good things they can really do is expand on little things that have happened in the manga. For example, Mitsuki's true identity, that was explored in the Mitsuki arc. It was explored extremely well. Samir and why she went into scientific ninja tech and whatever, in my opinion, done a bit forcefully in the anime. There was no reason for it. It could have been done a lot better. And then you still have other things like, are they just going to start fizzing out characters like Iwabe? What's going to happen with Samir's team and her teammates? Because they don't appear in the manga. Are they just going to poof? Now, so many questions, so little answers, no sign of any answers whatsoever. The next big arc for Boruto is going to be a big one. It's going to really decide about what a lot of people think about the anime. That's just what I'm going to say. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. I apologise that my first video after a month has to be ranty, and I have to break the news to you guys that I'm considering, very highly considering, just not dropping the anime, just dropping the weekly reviews in it and just talking about it here and there. Hope you guys are okay with that. I've seen a lot of people talk about on Twitter how they've got bored of the anime as well, so clearly I'm not in a minority here. I think that's safe to say. So yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already to become a member of the Senpai Squad, and I will be seeing you guys in another video. I promise this time. It will be soon. It's not going to be a month like the last one, okay? Right. Peace.